I don't want to start over here, so I'm going to go back over here. Tab once. And if I'm talking about we should stop polluting in the world, and there are 2 reasons why we should do this. It makes our air dirty and it poisons our water. Body 1. So go ahead and put body 1. Actually, yeah, let's say body 1 for we should stop polluting the world. So actually, we'll put this in the middle, right? I like using these, the flush left, flush right, in the middle. So now we're here, now we want to go back here, tab it. So, I know my topic sentence from my thesis statement, which was, we should stop polluting the world for 2 reasons, which is making our air dirty and poisoning our water. I know that my topic sentence is something as simple as pollution makes our air dirty. Ultimately, this is going to be a reason why we should stop polluting. So there's a problem with it, right? Again, I don't need to do any research. I can use just my knowledge to come up with some good things. Why pollution makes our air dirty? Well, let's see. Pollution makes our air dirty. Period. Don't put because on your topic sentence. Just state your topic sentence. Now we know pollution makes our air dirty, and we can say when the air we breathe is dirty. And again, if I ever spell a word wrong, it's red, and you right click it, and it'll probably tell you how to spell correctly. So there should be no spelling error. Other errors, like if I don't have a S on there, that's a grammar error. It's green. Right click, it tells me. Make sure you do that. So when the air we breathe is dirty, comma, we inhale toxic particles. These particles go, well, we'll say travel throughout our body, causing us great harm. Because of the threat we put on our health, because of the threat, because of the threat we put on our health, pollution is a serious problem. Again, whoa, I spelled something wrong. Serious problem. Therefore, we should put a stop to pollution. So I wrote my paragraph. I didn't cite anything. I didn't go on the internet to do that. I could do that just from my own thought. Ideally, you should start trying to think in English and not just translate, but obviously there's going to be some translation in your head. You're going to be thinking in Thai and try to say it in English. Now, what I want to do is go to this website to get my data. No matter what my topic is, if you type it in, pollution, and push enter, I'm going to get a whole bunch of articles. Now, this is what we need. I don't just go to Google and put in pollution, because you're going to get, with video we can talk about that another time. There are situations when you can use that. But if we just take some random website and look at what they have to say and get some information from here, who said this and who they are, and actually this website, there's a good chance that it is a reasonable source, but still, it's just a website. You could get any person that is online, has a blog. Sometimes when you search something, you get a blog. Who says that? It's just some guy. Maybe he's sitting there, he's drinking alcohol and just saying whatever he wants to say. I don't want you to get information like that from the internet. I want you to get research, published articles. So there are many sites. This one might actually be okay, but this one is a really good one. It's pretty easy to understand. I'd like everybody to just use this one for your sake. I think it's easier. So we can read the title and see link between air pollution, increased death, and increased fine particles can contribute to the development of potential fatal heart and lung diseases. Okay, that's about health. So let's look at it. And what's good about this is they're pretty easy to read, but they're not too difficult. But they are published science articles, so you can use this to support your claim. And it has a summary, so all you need to do is read the summary. In what is believed to be the largest, most detailed study of its kind in the United States, scientists have confirmed that tiny chemical particles in the air we breathe are linked to an overall increase in risk of early death. Wow. Okay. That's a little bit about what I'm saying here, isn't it? When the air we breathe is dirty, we inhale toxic particles. These particles travel throughout our body, causing us great harm. Because of the threat we put on our health, pollution is a serious problem. You can keep this, or look, they even say death. So let's change this maybe. These particles travel throughout our body, causing us great harm. Because we threat we put on our head, pollution is a serious problem. Because of the threat we put on our health. We could keep this, that the threat we put on our health is, if you were to paraphrase, early death. A risk of early death is the same as threat on our health. If you wanted to use the exact quote, you could change it and say, because of the risk we put on our life, right? That's it, the risk of death. We're rephrasing it. You can say it in many different ways, but we already said it, and that's okay. We can use science to support our claim, even if we already wrote it ourselves. You might think, I don't need to cite, I wrote this myself. That's true, but if you use a published research, then it makes your claim much stronger. So we can say, because of the risk we put on our life, pollution is a serious problem. So now, what makes this website particularly easy is it's already made to cite. You go to the very bottom, right? And they cited their own work because this is a journal reference, right? Next semester, you're going to need to do your own research, so this you're going to even become more familiar. So this is MLA. I want you to click on APA. That's generally what we use. And go ahead and copy. This is the only time you can copy and paste, is when you're getting the reference from this website. It already has it, so it's very easy. So now I go here. Go ahead. Again, let's put it in the middle. References. Even if you only have one references, still put references. At the end, we're going to have 3 references in your final paper. Flush it left and copy, paste. Again, I'll put it in the, what were we at? 16 maybe? And I think we were using, okay, so now we're here. Here's my reference. Now, this should be flush left, but actually, I need to get this here. It needs to look like this. Sometimes it takes a while, it depends on your settings, but, and that can be blue there, but it doesn't matter. So, in this case, it's a medical center. Sometimes this is an author. This first information may be anywhere, but be from anything. Don't worry about spelling here because Science Daily is one word. Don't worry about this because I indented it over. See how there is a space here. You indent. It's kind of backwards from a paragraph. The first one is all the way to the left, then tab, 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 tab. We don't actually need the date anymore. I don't care. If you do it exactly like this, that's fine. We don't actually need the date anymore. So, we have this. Now we use either the first word or the last name of this. If it's something like the, you might use the second word. So now we just use NYU. It's the same thing as the author's last name. In this case, it would be the author's last name and the date. So what did they say? It was this sentence where, right? It was this sentence that they talked about. I got it from the summary. I could read it more and I could get it. But it's not a direct quote. The whole idea of this article is that it may cause early death. So I simply go, because of the risk we put on our health, pollution is a serious problem. It's right there. NYU 2015. I should, as I know some of you guys are different sizes, at the end it should be 12, and usually Times New Roman is, where did it go? That's kind of basic, that's basically what we use. So now we have this. I have my reference. Normally a reference goes on a new page, but for these, put it on the same page. It'll go on a separate page for your final paper. Right now I just want it all on one paper. Double spaced, it's all the same. Right, I don't need to bold anything. You can skip maybe one more page. Space there. Let's skip one page. There. We can skip the page there. They look like that. So, we have pollution makes our air dirty. When the air we breathe is dirty, we inhale toxic particles. These particles travel throughout our body, causing us great harm. Because of the risk we put on our health, pollution is a serious problem. We can put this there because we found support. We found scientific research supporting our claim. That's important. Use this website. There are other websites you can use. I prefer this one because it's easier reading. I think you can read this and understand. Sometimes research gets pretty heavy, pretty difficult to understand. Also, it has this easy link at the bottom. Click APA, copy, paste. You might have a little problem getting it flushed like this, but this is important. I want you to get this format, so figure it out. You can come see me if you need to. And actually, wait, that should have been. See, that happens, and there's a reason it happens, and I don't know why, but I usually do that. Takes me a while sometimes to get it, but that's what you want. You want it flushed like this. So, that was easy. I know this looks complicated, that's why I say use this website. It's easy. It provides it for you. I will look at this too. I don't want you just putting some random thing for there. I'm going to look at your paper. I'm going to check you provided me the website so I can look at it myself. I'm going to look at that website and I'm going to make sure that this supports your claim. If you can't support your claim, then you might have to look at more. Look how many articles there are about pollution. And this is the same about everything. If you put in technology, a lot of you are writing about technology. You're going to get all kinds of articles about technology, but it needs to be an article that supports your claim. You may have to change something in here. You might change something to support your claim, but either way, you're using scholarly knowledge to support your claim. Okay, I think that's good. Thank you, Jude, for